Good morning and welcome in, everyone. Before we get into this morning's update, I would like to go over a quick synopsis of what is transpiring today, not just for XRP, but in the broader crypto market. The biggest news of note for XRP is not the price. Yes, the price is up 0.8% to the 47.5 cent mark, but the big news story here today is for Ripple XRP, as Judge Amy Berman Jackson upholds Ripple XRP ruling in Binance vs. SEC case. So that'll be the first thing that we get into after we get through the intro. We need to go over Bitcoin as it's up over 61,000, up about 622 points or 1.03%. We'll take a look at exactly what's going on with the liquidity pools for Bitcoin, because that's something we need to be aware of going into July. I don't care about what Dave Portnoy says. I'm more interested in the liquidity pools that are, that we should be aware of going into July. And then I also want to take a very close look here at the technical analysis when it comes to XRP, the XRP market cap, getting into Bitcoin, and then the XRP Bitcoin pairing. And I want to make sure to do it in a professional manner, to where we go from one set to the next, or one bit of info to the next. So I'm going to start with XRP. We'll start with what happened with the ruling that was upheld with the SEC versus Coinbase in regards to Ripple versus XRP. We'll get into the XRP charts. Then we'll take a look at Bitcoin, and then we'll look at the liquidity pools, and we'll go from there. So please make sure to hit that like button so YouTube recommends this update. By you hitting that like button, it really does help push us through the analytics. Only about 1 in 9.7 people hit the like button, which does hurt the chances of us going viral. So if more of you that are watching could hit that like button, if we could just get up to 3 in 9.5, it would make a tremendous difference for our reach. And I greatly appreciate each and every one of you that continue to show up, despite the negativity and a lot of red we've been seeing in crypto. It's up to us to have our due diligence, so that we can make an educated and informed decision when it does come to not only the entry point of crypto, but also whether or not we're going to continue into this bear market rally, or if we start going down to lower lows. It's something that we should be paying attention to each and every day, and sometimes it's easier to gain traction on a thinly traded weekend because there's not so many variables in the market, so we can get back on the same page. So XRP holders, XRP traders, make sure you watch this until the end. Make sure you give yourself the education so that you can make the proper decision, and make sure to hit that like button so YouTube recommends this. And I will catch you on the other side of the intro. That's the beauty of this. You've got 30 seconds to hit that like button. I'll catch you after the intro. Good morning and welcome in to the new members and to the old members that have found their way back to the community. I need you just as much as you need me. I'd like to wish you all a good morning on this pretty rainy day here in the great state of Michigan. So with that being said, good morning. 9:29 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Saturday, June 29th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. As it's been pretty rainy here, it was stormy overnight. It's very wet out. So I'm going to get through this technical analysis. We'll get through some of this reading, and then I'll release this to you all so that you can see this. So first things first. Ripple vs. SEC Judge Amy Berman Jackson upholds Ripple XRP ruling in Binance vs. SEC case. This is a rather big deal. In a win for crypto, Judge Amy Berman Jackson has upheld Judge Therese landmark decision regarding Ripple's XRP, a moment everyone was waiting for. The recent ruling in the Binance vs. SEC lawsuit supports Judge Therese's doctrine that XRP itself is not a security, and that programmatic and secondary sales of XRP do not meet the criteria for investment contracts under the Howey test. In a positive change, District Judge Amy Berman Jackson praised Judge Therez's decision from the Ripple case, specifically regarding the non-security status of XRP's programmatic and secondary sales. This agreement is a major victory for Ripple and the broader crypto sector. The impact on the ongoing case. Judge Jackson's decision set a precedent for high-profile U.S. crypto litigation, including Coinbase, Kraken, and Consensus. The verdict supports the claim that secondary sales of cryptocurrencies like Binance's BNB are not securities, which could affect these cases. The judge also agreed with the Second Circuit Court's ruling that crypto asset secondary transactions are not securities. This precedent helps crypto businesses fight SEC regulations. So some legal insight. Pro-XRP lawyer Bill Morgan has praised the ruling as a positive development for XRP holders and the crypto community. The decision also clarifies that the SEC's potential appeal against Judge Therez's summary judgment could lead to further escalation to the Second Circuit Court. Morgan explains that in the SEC versus Binance case, Judge Amy Berman Jackson rejected the SEC's argument that a crypto token itself is always an investment contract. She found the Ripple and Telegram cases' view on this issue to be clarifying and persuasive. He emphasizes that Judge Therez's decision on XRP not being a security is now seen as legal example in court. Eleanor Tourette says that Coinbase, Kraken, and Consensus will use the recent Binance ruling to strengthen their legal case, and the SEC can no longer claim that Ripple ruling was an isolated decision. So the XRP price snapshot. XRP has risen since Judge Jackson's judgment. XRP gained more than 1% from a 24-hour low of 47 cents to 47.5 cents and aims to recapture 50 cents. However, the trading volume dropped 3% yesterday. With derivatives traders buying heavily, CoinGlass shows XRP futures open interest rose 0.62% due to large buying on OKX and BitMax. It's not over yet, however. Although Ripple has scored legal victories, the Securities and Exchange Commission might still win on whether XRP is a security. The SEC could appeal if the ruling favors Ripple, and a new administration or SEC chair might shift the regulatory stance on XRP. Moreover, after receiving the latest briefs, lawyers like Fred Rispoli expect Judge Therez to rule on remedies and injunction within 60 to 90 days. The timeline may avoid expert witness testimony or rulings. So, to me, that was big news that Judge Therez's ruling stayed intact with the SEC versus Coinbase lawsuit or, securities issue with the BNB token. So this is a major win for Ripple and XRP. If you're an XRP holder, yet another reason why you should not be giving up, and you should be looking for ways to advance your holdings, not ways to get rid of your holdings at 47 cents. These are times when it's more than 2 for $1, when we seriously need to take a real look and see where our benefit is. Right now, still though, from yesterday, we're still bearish. We still have not broke over that 479 in current times. Yesterday I was saying 478. Today 479 is more appropriate. We have not broke back over that. And in fact, without breaking over that key resistance here, there is always the chance for XRP to break back down. Now, what we're seeing that's a little bit of a differential from yesterday, now that we've popped back up at least to the 47.4, on the outside of this, we have this small downtrending resistance support line. We are on the top side of at least this short-term prospect right now, and it's supposed to be something like that. Yeah, that's better. And it's on the top of the short-term prospect right now. So, technically, if we back test here, we could hold 468 in current times and maybe pop out of here in a short-term volatile move. But we need to get above this area to confirm that we have properly back tested the short-term move. Otherwise, this can lead to a drop. And if we get a rejection here at the 479 area, that would be devastating if you're looking for a further push up, because a rejection at that point at 479, it could bring us right through. And if this 468 falls, then we'd have to come back down to this area of 462. And then if that falls, that's how you go down to the 42.4 cent area. Right now, though, there is a possibility that we are attempting a short-term breakout. And we did the live last night. We were below this resistance level. And now we've pushed out. We came out to 48 cents, back tested at 4702. There is a chance that XRP is trying a short-term move here, but it can't be confirmed. So we signaled a possibility of a push out of this area. In order to confirm this signal, XRP has no choice if it wants to confirm this signal but to get on top of this 479. Right now, a hold at 468 is trying to signal a further push up to likely that 50.5 or 51 cent area. Now we need to get confirmation on top of that 47. Here, we need confirmation above, let's just say 48 cents in today's terms. We get on top of 48 cents, we could start making a move back up. And it would line up with, it's a pretty nice move though. If we do push all the way up, it's right around 50.7 cents. It's 50.7 cents. It's not make it or break it, make you rich or make, it's not going to make you rich. But if we do push out from here, that is a better than 7% spike. So, but right now the problem is, yeah, we've back tested this short-term area. So we're signaling a push for 7%. The problem is the only way to confirm this push is for XRP to break over 48 cents. We're back testing a shorter area, but right now the very volatile support resistance area is hitting as resistance. So just because we back tested the old area, we still need to get back into this area of support and not use it as a resistance, because that could drop us not just down to the 46.8, that could drop us all the way to 42.4 cents, which if we look at the overall pattern, this is a much larger cup and handle. So yeah, it could drop us back to 462, but if 462 didn't hold, that would confirm the push all the way back down if it was rejected at that level to the 42.4 cents. Right now, XRP has an opportunity to push out of here and try to make a run towards 51 cents. Now we've already back tested, but we need to confirm this back test, this signal, by getting over 48 cents and holding. If we get over that, we have an option to run here on the thinly traded weekend, and it would be nice to see. But if we can't garner market-wide, overall buying pressure, it could very well fall back down to those prior levels we talked about. Bitcoin right now is at 672 points up, or 1.1% to 61,100. Bitcoin's still within this consolidation. If we get rejected at 61,440, that's a problem. If we get rejected there, that could lead us back down. But if we break on top of this, and we can look at the short-term move either way, as it's probably appropriate just to see the immediate short-term, whether it breaks up or breaks down. I always like to do this just in case. So let's say it breaks up right here. Now let's clone this. So on a break up, let's just say we broke this formation. On this kind of a consolidation, the technical target would be up around 63,868. On a breakdown, right at 58,000, and that's the area we talked about for a possible double bottom. I'm in favor for it to break down to 58K and try to double bottom here. I'm just being transparent with the audience. I am all in favor of Bitcoin losing this support, came down, consolidate, come down again, start pushing out. We could create a massive W reversal, and if it does go down in that fashion, we could find ourselves in a very oversold predicament, as the daily is still oversold. If the rest of these time frames could dump, I'd be very interested in a futures contract down around 58K if we did make that dump. So that's what I'm looking for. We'll see how it plays out this weekend. If we get on top of this formation, the next target would be 63,868. You could find a trade either way. It's just, I'm looking for this pattern to consolidate here or make a breakout before I do anything, because we're stuck in no man's land right now. And then let's read this. So analyst identifies Bitcoin liquidity pools you should be aware of going into July. And if you're looking to trade XRP, Bitcoin, or your favorite crypto, look in the video description below and our pinned comments. There's BITUNIX if you're looking for the lowest spot leverage trading fees and you don't want to do KYC or VPN. You've got BITUNIX. Or if you want to copy trade me, there's HOTCOIN in the video description below and our pinned comments as well. Same rules apply that I just described. And then also, if you don't like either of those exchanges, there's also BLOFIN in the video description below and our pinned comments. And that's a way to secure your crypto more than just a typical exchange, as even if the exchange goes down, your crypto is still going to be in a third-party setting, and you'll be able to get your crypto because you have your keys. And You have to actually list it onto the spotter futures. If you trade, just because it's on the exchange, it's not available to trade unless you make it available. So there's the options you have. And make sure you look at that in the video description below and or pinned comments. Even before you start trading, have it set up so that you can have it set up where the exchange isn't stealing fees from you. I'm so sick of everybody losing money on fees. I give you 3 logical exchanges that I trade on every single day that you can trade for a cheaper and a better user experience. If you do appreciate my work, consider joining Tom's Army and getting the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens in month 1, or send 1 YouTube super chat per month as a way to show your support. I would greatly, greatly appreciate that pay it forward mentality. So analysts identify Bitcoin liquidity pools you should be aware of going into July. Crypto analyst Zen has released a critical assessment of different scenarios to expect for the Bitcoin price in July. Bitcoin's price performance in June has undoubtedly left many investors disappointed. This is because the cryptocurrency virtually traded on a decline throughout the month, even falling below 60,000 at some point. While the unfavorable price continues to play out, crypto analyst Zen has flagged some major liquidity pools that could determine Bitcoin's outcome in July and the next few months in autumn. Analyst highlights potential Bitcoin liquidity pools. As mentioned earlier, the recent price decline saw Bitcoin break below 60,000 earlier in the week. Notably, Zen observed that this breakdown represented clear liquidity under 60,630, which goes along with a former price analysis. Although Bitcoin has since recovered and returned above 60,600, Zen noticed that the liquidity clearance suggests there's still a further risk of Bitcoin falling back to 60,150 in the short term. In addition, the analyst pointed out a number of other liquidity price points that may be used to elevate momentum in July. It's interesting to note that these liquidity pools ultimately serve as both support and resistance areas. In the case of continued decline, Zen's analysis points to liquidity pools at 60,260, 59,440, 58,990, and 56,850. Huge transactions by major holders at these points could cause significant price movements. Clearing such pools could spell trouble, for investor sentiment, which in turn could eventually cause Bitcoin to dip to 53,000. Will it dip to 53,000 at some point? That move makes sense on month time frame, but doesn't have to happen. Zen said on the upside, noted liquidity pools at 61,540, 62,540, 63,260, and 64,920. Bitcoin cleared liquidity above second liquidity pool at 62,440, got rejected from developing quarter VAL, now price most probably will move towards 60,650 to 60,150. The rest depends on price action there. Furthermore, Zen pointed out that Bitcoin is currently portraying contrasting scenarios across different time frames. On the daily chart, Bitcoin is clearly in a downtrend. Each bounce is getting sold into indicating that the bears have control of the short-term momentum. On the other hand, the weekly candle time frame highlights how Bitcoin is effectively stuck in a choppy sideways range right now. Each rally gets faded, but each dip also attracts buying interest and accumulation. Lastly, despite the recent price decline, Zen's analysis indicates the uptrend remains intact in the monthly candle time frame. What to expect from Bitcoin price? At the time of writing, Bitcoin is trading at 60,765. According to Zen, a weekly close above 60,622 will increase the chances of a Bitcoin price upswing in July. On the other hand, a closure below 59,600 will maintain bearish momentum. Bitcoin has a pretty solid track record in the 7th month. More often than not, July has registered green candles for Bitcoin. This historical tendency could see Bitcoin eyeing potential upswings, and especially if the bulls are able to shoot past the liquidity levels on the upswing. So I'm going to keep it at XRP and Bitcoin on this update, as it's been almost 20 minutes. And one last point of emphasis. With Bitcoin sitting up here at 61,100, we have still broken out of this pennant flag consolidation, and we still have this inverse head and shoulders intact, and that would stay intact as long as we hold 58,000 or better. So we could come down to 58,000 and this inverse right arm would still very much be intact, and then we'd have to pull up in a pretty quick fashion to come back above that pennant flag consolidation as support. So just consider all of this and more when you're doing your trading this morning. If you made it until the end, hashtag be better, do better in the comments, and I will see you in this afternoon's update.